All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. Now, this is a topic that's been getting talked about for years now. These two guys hate each other, and there's a lot of people, including myself, that do want to see this fight. So let's go ahead and talk about what we have in front of us and who would actually win this fight. All right. Now, Amir Khan, man, used to be one of the best fighters in the 140-pound division. At one point, he was ranked as the #1 fighter there. That seems like it was just ages ago because the Amir Khan we have in front of us, my grandma could pretty much knock him out. I kid you not. I'm pretty confident that she could because it just seems like anybody who touches this guy's chin and it's down goes Frazier. You know what I mean? So or in this case, down goes Khan. So it's just kind of sad that Amir Khan looks like he's a shell of himself and he's lost his confidence. Um, and all you need is a fighter to land a good shot on him, man, and he's gonna be shook. That's gonna be it. You know what makes things worse? The only thing worse than having a really bad chin is the entire world knowing that you have a bad chin. At that point, you have anyone who fights you going into that fight with confidence. You know, anybody who fights Khan right now feels like they can knock him out, and they're absolutely right. On the other hand, you have Kell Brook, a guy who's proven absolutely nothing in the sport of boxing. Hasn't won championships like Khan has, hasn't fought at world level like Khan has. So there's a lot of questions still out about Kell Brook that we don't know. Um, but so far we haven't seen him have a weak chin. But then again, it hasn't really been tested, now has it? So the question is, who would win this fight? I mean, at this point, to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. You got to go with Kell Brook. You know, at the end of the day, Khan just isn't the same fighter he used to be. You know, you asked that question a couple of years ago, and you probably would have got a different answer. But what remains to be seen and what has to be factored in is the fact that Amir Khan would still be the best opposition that Kell Brook has fought to date. I mean, he really has fought nobody on world level at all. Here's a guy at this stage of his career getting ready to fight Sinchenko, which is kind of crazy, man. I mean, how are you getting ready to fight Sinchenko at this stage? Um, so yeah, you know, you just got to be disappointed in the way that Kell Brook is kind of being managed and how he's getting these cakewalk fights. You know, I mean, here's a guy who's turned down a championship fight with Timothy Bradley. This guy had a chance to fight Timothy Bradley and he turned it down. I know he ended up getting the fight with Devin Alexander and that fell through, and that wasn't even really his fault. But it's just to say, I mean, the fact that Amir Khan was campaigning to get Timothy Bradley for so long and he couldn't get that fight, and here it is offered right to Kell Brook and he turns it down, man. So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, man, I would love to see this fight. Hopefully it happens. I think it will happen because it's such a big fight. When it does, as of right now, advantage Kell Brook at the end of the day. Khan isn't who he used to be. But that being said, I mean, don't sleep on the fact that Amir Khan can win that fight. Is it a winnable fight? Yeah, I still wouldn't guarantee it for Kell Brook because I just can't have a lot of faith in the guy. I really can't until he beats somebody at world level. You know, I thought Devin Alexander would have beaten Kell Brooks. So I don't know. I think it's a fight that can go either way, man. But I gotta lean 60-40 towards Kell Brook at this point. Who do you guys think would win this fight? Do you want to see it happen? And where do you see these guys going from here? Peace.